All right, hello and welcome to Race First coverage of the Formula United Esports League from Sebring here. How's it going there, Gary? Joined in the booth by Gary. Sorry to mumble that.
That's all right. Happy holidays, everybody. Doing great. We've just completed an hour's worth of open qual, and so instead of you guys kind of watching that, although it was kind of exciting to the end, McGinnis put up a hell of a lap at the very end. We're just going to grid up and go racing here for the next hour, but let's get the starting lineup for you guys. And we'll do that right here. Again, on the pole, aforementioned Robert McGinnis making his first start in 2 races. On the pole with a 224.925. Joseph Butler, P2 at 225.786. Escajeda in that battle for, looks like, second place in the standings, and we'll talk about that there in a little bit. 225.9. Kyle Kaiser back at the front of the grid again. P4 at 225.966. Our champion, Will Salisbury, is P5 at 226.110. And Ty McWhorter, P6 with a 226.480. Almost sounds like I'm giving speeds at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
That is exactly what I was thinking.
This is 2 minutes, 26 seconds, 0.480 seconds, excuse me. Moving on. TJ Thompson, P7. Nick Leo, P8. Adam Cosgrove, P9. Chris Heide returns to the series this week. He is P10. And Jackson Ball is P11. We only have an 11-car grid, but we got a little bit of a different race in terms of a format this week. I'll go ahead and pass it back over to you. You could go over that, but outside of the open qual, it's not just that's different this week.
Yeah, so we're going to have a full 1-hour race here today. We're going to have a caution flag, a competition caution, like we've been doing. We've been doing 15 minutes into the race, but here we're going to do 30 minutes into the race. We're going to do a full course caution. However, there is a chance that there could be we've got automatic full course cautions on. So there's a chance that there could be a caution in that respect, although we kind of highly doubt it. One of the other things going on here is we've got a speed of the clock kind of racing here. You guys won't be able to see it, but this is expected to get pretty dark here. So we have got an hour race. We have an 8x speed on the weather here. So in that 1 hour, we're going to have an 8 hours of darkness, kind of, the sun moving across the sky. So we should get to headlights and stuff by, midway into this thing, I think.
Yeah, currently sim time is about 3:30. Quickly coming up on 3:30 when we take the green here, and then do the math, and we will be into the dusk hours and dark hours by the time we're finished with this. So first night race of the season other than the oval. Let's get on it.
Yeah, so our Porsche safety car taking us around. I'm having one little slight issue with my cameras here. I'm going to check something here. Not doing our automatic switching thing. Yeah, it wasn't even on. I don't know how that got turned off, but there we go. It's back on. It was making me switch the cameras manually, Gary. That wasn't fun. But yeah, a Toyota GR86, only about 200 horsepower or so, but really long lap around here. But we know we know this track quite well because of this is one of the most popular tracks. We've got Robert McGinnis.
McGinnis is going to take the challenge.
He's going to the back of the pack. That's going to put Escajeda into the provisional pole, basically.
That's third race in a row where he gets that luxury.
Yeah, so taking those bonus points. I mean, with that mega lap he did, I think that's a wise move for him to do. Lots of opportunities to pass here at Sebring. A long straightaway on that back straightaway just came through. Through Sunset Boulevard we go. Pace car about to duck off.
Very bumpy sunset bend there.
We'll see what happens. Escajeda bringing us down.
And we are green, and the clock is running. 1 hour to go. And we are green flag.
Yeah, I saw there was a session up prior as they head into turn 1. A few of the guys were in practicing for this one, included McGinnis. I believe Escajeda and Butler were there as well.
I gotta wonder though if this track is possibly a little bit more enjoyable to be on in the slower cars. I think in the faster cars, Indy cars, and the sports cars, the GTPs, prototypes. You're so fast here, you really don't get a chance to kind of enjoy the course you're on, and you're just really just kind of setting up for the next corner.
Yeah, so we're almost 3 wide. Oh, into the hairpin.
And there is a look at the back of the field now. Will we get the caution?
Ty McWhirter. Jackson Ball gets through. Robert McGinnis part of that, but we're going to get a replay on that. But that goes to show why I didn't think there was going to be very good, because that was pretty big, but no caution. So I do think Robert McGinnis was involved with that. I'm trying to get a replay. So yeah, okay, there was a sandwich, a meatball in the middle, actually. If I can figure out. Meatball sandwich, really.
Yeah.
McGinnis was on the outside. Who got it the worst was McWhirter, though, because he is
limping it back to the pits right now. Meanwhile, back in around 14 and Bishop, Escajeda and Butler are slashing it out, and our champion Will Salisbury, who did not have to start today and actually have the championship clinch. He's up to 3rd, and Kyle Kaiser started 4th, currently is 4th, and then certainly behind those guys, that's kind of where the episode happened, and they're starting to kind of break away as they're coming down the Tracy Ullman Straight. I know it's not named after Tracy Ullman, but I want to say it anyways. And you're coming into Sunset Bend. And IndyCar, this corner looks fun, but it is incredibly bumpy.
Yeah, that's right. So I know. So there was a Formula Super Series recently ran a race here. Those cars actually have power steering, but I heard that the bumps were really horrible with that car, even worse than the Indy car possibly. So Escajeda going to lead that first lap. Butler in second, that's Joe Butler. Kyle Kaiser up to 4th. Will Salisbury up 3 positions already here, though. Actually, he lost a position there to Butler. But yeah, we kind of got a breakaway of 4 cars after that incident. And then we got another group headed by Leo back here, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. McWhirter has made it back to the pits, as has TJ Thompson and Robert McGinnis, it looks like. Now they'll be able to get a faster pair used on that. So no harm, no foul on that, as long as they don't lose a lap. And even if they lose a lap, they'll get that wave around during.
Now, I'm not even sure. We get a chance to talk with a lot of the racers before the race. I'm really not even sure how long a stint is. Can you go past the half-hour mark and go deep into the race before you have to pit? Kind of build up, or I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to figure out a pit strategy here for an hour-long race that you have to make a green flag pit stop. And there's going to be a competition caution still. Again, it kind of defeats, some good pit strategy of being able to do an effective overcut or undercut.
Yeah, so another thought I have is that since this race is much longer than the previous ones, I would have to assume that they're going to take tires on this one for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Track surface here has to be a little bit more, more wear heavy, I would think, on the bumpy surface here, as we're on board with Will here through Sunset Bend.
So McGinnis apparently did pit. He did hit pit road there. So Thompson, McGinnis, and McWhirter already have hit pit road, and their green flag pit stop requirement is they're complete. They don't have to stop anymore if they don't have to.
I would assume that they'll probably have to because of fuel, but like you said,
Yeah.
yeah, they don't have to by rule.
We got about 2 groups of 4, really, that have broken away. We've got this lead pack right here with Escajeda, Butler, Salisbury, Kaiser, and then in a group led by Leo, Leo, Cosgrove, Ball, Heidi, Thompson, or excuse me, Leo, Cosgrove, Ball, and Heidi, kind of leading that second group of 4. And then Thompson, McGinnis, and McWhorter kind of limping around after making their pit stops to do the damage. They should have got the quick fix and they're back to 100%. So the nice thing about that is at least they don't have any traffic in front of them.
Yeah, indeed. Just trying to find a good view for this battle here. I wonder if Salisbury is just kind of biding his time. As Butler taking a
got a
big
little
bounce.
swirly there, yeah.
Big bounce off of those curbs.
Oh, we're going to go 3 wide trying to.
Oh, yeah, we've
In
got
through 12 and
Kaiser
13.
thinking about it.
Oh, Salisbury decides to do a Dukes of Hazzard move and pop it up on 2 wheels over those cushions, over those, the curbs.
Now, Kaiser, I do believe, is the only non-team car involved in this series, in fact, so...
Yeah, I believe in the team bios, I think he did have a teammate, but I don't think any of his team has fortunately had the time to be able to race. But he has showed up and today and has now moved up 1 spot from where he started. Your biggest gainer tonight is Adam Cosgrove. He has now moved to 5th. He is now leading that second group of 4.
As our leaders head through Sunset Bend once again.
And we'll keep you apprised of the time. It's currently sim time 4:40 now, so we will be getting into the dusk hours here relatively quickly.
A lot of shout-outs from Meadball fans in the chat here. We've got Wade Michael and Shannon Woodworth doing shout-outs for the Meatballs as Escajeda kind of building a little bit of a gap here, about a second.
Oh, Kyle Kaiser overshoots there in 4, or excuse me, 3.
Looks like
Either that, he
keeps
just
it
wanted
going.
to let everyone by. He just wanted to, or maybe racing a bit hard. Discretion and valor, you know, that whole thing.
That thing, yep. Yeah, now we've got a little bit of a spread out battle here. I mean, it's still pretty close in the grand scheme of things, but Escajeda kind of doing what he needs to do. He led all those laps last week, except for the one that really matters.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's doing it here again. But, you know, after that caution, he's going to have Robert McGinnis to deal with, who we know is fast, coming from the back of the field. And we saw Will Salisbury come from the back of the field and you know, able to battle for the lead there. So I don't think Robert's got much to worry about other than what we saw earlier, where he's got to safely get around things and not force it around anybody. He's got a, you know, a long race even after that competition caution that's going to be coming.
Yep. 51 minutes left to play. Plenty of time. We're coming up onto the 5 o'clock hour here in Sim relatively shortly.
You have to see, can you check what day it is sometime?
Yeah, it is March 18th.
Okay, so like the default night racing is always like May 20th or something like that.
So this would be the spring
yeah, so we're going to get a
equinox.
little bit earlier sunset than I'm kind of used to on a usual official session or a league session. So that's good. We're going to get some earlier dark time.
Yeah, should have on any other day, it's a 12 hours of sunlight, 12 hours of darkness about that time of the year.
Yeah.
You got a battle for second. Nope, going to tuck back in there on the Spain straight here.
Yeah, it might just be an idea to make that, you know, save fuel behind somebody here and make that pit stop just shorter, knowing that competition caution. But I don't know. I mean, they're going to have to fill up a lot of fuel I would assume that the pit comes right around that 30-minute mark, though. Like that's where they're going to want to pit, so that they probably will, like right before that comes out. Right
yeah, I'm still programmed for the IndyCar mindset. I want to go as long as possible.
Yeah.
And using that mindset. That's a hard mindset to get yourself out of too. You're so used to it. I did some truck racing with stages, and stage strategy I still don't have a grasp on. It just
I don't have a clue where to start on that one.
Get me to the finish of the race. That's all I need to know. Get me to the finish of the race.
McGinnis, McWhorter, and TJ Thompson just kind of hanging out on their own with all different, they arrived at their pits after that first lap incident at different times. So they're all spread out back there, but they'll get right back on it in another 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, I mean, when you're back there, all you want to do is, if you could save fuel, they've already pitted once. All you need to do is not go a lap down. That's the simple thing there, and then you'll line back up.
Salisbury last lap did set the fastest lap of the race.
2:25.625. That's 2 minutes 25.625 seconds.
It was kind of funny that what you mentioned with the Indianapolis qualifying times, but they were going in reverse order because, the bull was like 2:24, but then, the other ones were like 2:27, so in about 10th or so.
We'll give you an idea of what that lap is. That is 88.940 miles per hour. That's just fast enough to go back in time.
So side by side into turn one goes Escajeda and Butler.
Now I've noticed that Will has a bit of a different line on some of these entrances. That there he goes, late entry side by side, Escajeda and Butler. Butler is going to get the position. I think Escajeda kind of let him go. He might be doing the same thing too, deciding that. Maybe try to make the tires last longer, try to make the gas, the fuel last longer. Now Joseph Butler is in the lead.
Yeah, Butler, heck of a race here. He showed up today, his qualifying was real quick as well, so.
Yeah, up 2 spots from where he started. Jackson Ball's a big gainer right now, up 5 into P6.
Yeah, good race by Ball there. And he's putting some pressure, or is it actually ahead of Nick Leo there? Side by side battling they go.
So right here, this corner, this is the 11, 12, 13. Salisbury has a slightly different line in there, and he seems to get in there quicker. He just can't get in there quick enough before the door shut.
We had Kyle Kaiser through the grass, turn 13.
At this point in the race, you just need to keep him in sight. That's all. That's really, I mean, stay on the lead lap. Keep everybody in front of you.
What do you think about those blue rims on that on Kyle Kaiser's car?
Those are pretty sharp.
I thought so too. I mean, they're good. They're good. They pop with that white livery. So, I always run the red, race first red on my race. So, I like colored rims. Not everybody likes colored rims, but I do. So.
Well, when I was running Lionheart IndyCar, I just had a late break there by Butler coming out of Sunset Bend, and that allowed Escajeda, I don't know if that was a plan or something, that he just tapped the brake, he's going to let him on by, but it seemed like caught him off guard. But I was having such bad luck in Lionheart Speedway Series. I just went ahead and did a complete green car with green rims, and I said, screw it.
Yeah, there you go. The green car jinx, just live it. Yeah, I think that I did see that somebody had a green car on a broadcast and actually won a race recently. I don't remember where I saw it. So Salisbury into the lead, yeah. I wonder, I didn't quite catch what happened to Butler back there, but that exit of Sunset Bend, those tire barriers, sometimes you can be running a little bit too much speed through that corner, and then you suddenly realize late in that corner at the exit that, hey, that tire wall is coming up real quick.
Yeah.
So at that point, if you have to brake then, it's really not ideal. Because you're going to lose all that straightaway speed on the exit. But hey, better slow down than hitting that tire barrier and ending the race. So
Yeah, give me your car with a pancake.
yeah,
43:45 left to play. We're about 13 minutes away from the earliest that we could expect a competition caution.
we're on board with Joe Butler here, watching this battle here between Escajeda and Salisbury.
Now they're on the airport portion of the course.
So kind of, what was it, a World War II era,
Yeah.
like training kind of base, or was
Yeah.
it, yeah, kind of a similar situation to Silverstone
Yeah.
overseas, but
Now,
Silverstone they've at least repaved.
Talladega was built around a old World War II airfield as well.
Okay, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, you could if you look at Talladega from above, you can still see the crossed runways.
Huh, I didn't know that, so good to know.
Now they're going to get ready to get on. You get to this turn one right here, and then it funnels really quickly down to a really narrow portion
Yes.
of the racetrack. Now they're on the portion of the racetrack. This is what IndyCar typically tests on right here. This is the short course.
Yeah, somewhere over after the hairpin, there's an entry to a pit lane over there that, I mean, it's not really a pit lane, but just an area that the cars can pit and teams would work on
Yeah.
the cars during those spring training, is what they always called it, the champ car.
Yeah.
But a lot of
In the kart days, they primarily came here. And then, of course, in the IndyCar days, I think they still do. During the split years, early on, of course, the IRL would just go straight to either test at Indianapolis or straight to Disney when Disney was still open.
The Mackyard?
In the late 2010s, late aughts, there was a couple of years where the Indy cars went to Daytona and tested. Everyone remembers that. That was
in the
exciting to see those
bumpy
on the high
era
banks.
too. Yeah,
What's that?
that was in the Daytona bumpy version.
Yes, yes.
Obviously, they were running the road course, but
The moto course, yep.
yeah. So, but yeah, you can find some videos on YouTube still from that test. Pretty low quality videos. I wish they had some higher quality stuff, but yeah, IndyCar did test at Daytona, like Gary's saying. So.
Yeah, it was interesting to see the IndyCar chassis and everything, and then on the background, if you look on the wall, see Daytona there. That was, and they were thinking about using that for a spring training site, but I don't know why it never panned out for some reason. But here comes Escajeda.
Escajeda caught back
in the
up, yeah.
position on Will Salisbury, and he's going to pick that back up just by sticking to the inside portion of us. Oh, and we're going to go 3 wide off the corner.
Escajeda's
going to pit road.
Yep.
So he decided to go 8 laps before making that pit.
Yeah, so for him, we're going to see what will develop is he'll have, I guess, older tires than anybody else kind of at the end of this race. My guess was that they could probably do right about 40 minutes of fuel, and plus we're going to have the caution lap, so they'll save a little bit of fuel there, but he should be good to go to the end. But at the same time, I'm trying to recall, did Escajeda Was he a gambler before and was maybe leading the race and ran out of fuel? Or am I thinking of somebody else? That might have been Max Butler, too.
Yeah, I think you're thinking about the Butlers there.
Yep.
And I think we're projected to have about 25 laps down until we hit that caution. So we're not quite even to the halfway point time-wise and lap-wise.
So, not sure exactly, but Leo has really like broken away in fourth place.
Yeah, he's kind of by himself there.
Yeah, and Heidi Ball. Okay, we've got a couple other cars that ended up pitting. That was the other thing here.
And Escajeda is coming off pit road. McWhirter still on the course.
Escajeda had a long pit stop compared
he did.
to like
he
McGinnis,
might have had a
but
penalty there.
Well, I actually wonder if that's tires and
How long it takes to
fuel.
change 4 tires?
And maybe the fuel is a lot more than we're used to. So, but yeah, it could be a penalty. I'm not.
I don't know. You could be right there. These aren't. Again, we're used to pneumatic jacks and high-speed impact wrenches hitting a single lug.
I see something. Okay, in my session notes here, I'm seeing something that said that Escajeda may have crashed, but this might be incorrect. We're getting a replay of that. It does appear to be correct, or incorrect. I don't know what they were talking about on that, but
okay, Salisbury on pit road.
All right, Salisbury on. So that's going to and Butler.
Butler on pit road right with them.
Yep. So that's going to let Kaiser inherit the lead. He'll lead a lap and get that valuable bonus point. And you can kind of see the color of the track has kind of started to get that dusk kind of look, I think. So twilight, I suppose, as well. Whatever.
Yeah, we're currently about 6:40 in Sims time.
Yeah,
6 p.m., almost 6:45 in sim time, so it's getting there. It's going to be, at one point, they'll be staring into the sun.
Yeah, that's never fun. Yeah, when I was the league admin of in FIS, I always made sure not to start the race with like looking into the sun. But
yeah,
eventually it happens.
What league it was, but I was it was an oval race at Fontana, rest in peace, and the admin said, well, we're going to practice during the day, we're going to qualify at twilight, and then we'll race just as the sun's going down. And that's great until you come down the backstretch and you start going into 3 and the sun's in your face and you can't see anybody around you.
Yeah.
So I understand these guys are going to be right now. They're a lot spread out. They're not going to have to worry about the close side-by-side, wheel-to-wheel racing at that point. But that is that sun, even in the sim, does make it hard to see.
Yeah, we're pretty spread out at the moment. Looking around here.
Yeah, Kaiser has about a 38-second lead over Salisbury, who managed to come out, pit, and come out in P2.
Yeah, so Escajeda must have had an issue, or like I said, maybe change tires. We'll see. But Salisbury had a much quicker stop. But again, everybody's gonna catch right back up in about 6 minutes when they throw that competition caution. Yeah, I'm back with Heidi and Ball.
Here comes Kaiser on the pit road.
All right. Trying to get some guys that maybe don't get so much camera time while we're spread out like this. Get some camera time. So Escajeda there actually did have, I don't know exactly when it was, but at some point had the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, 225.526.
You know, I was thinking, so McGinnis, You know, he had that mega lapping in qualifying. I wonder if he did the old league that shall not be named thing. You remember we used to have an hour open qual, right? And we would burn fuel the entire time, and then change tires, and then go out and set a hot lap. So I suspect that maybe that's what McGuinness did, and that's why he was so far ahead of anybody else. I didn't think of that
done with
until
his
now.
pit stop, and he comes out third now.
So that's gonna put.
And he did change. No, he did not change tires.
It's gonna put Salisbury.
I mean, I think no, he's on the second set, so he did change tires. So
Okay.
he is at least went 10 laps. Now, are we looking at another stop shortly before the finish then, or is everyone done?
I think that they're done.
And we got a battle for the lead again.
What I would do, I wonder, is during that competition caution, I'd duck in and just get some new tires. Like if I was Escajeda and I took that penalty, and I'm at the back anyway, I'd want to get some new tires.
Yeah. So Joseph Butler back to the lead as they were coming into the hairpin area. Got a good run, ducked to the inside, pulled off the pass cleanly.
So one chat in the Discord today, and we're not picking favorites or anything, but one of our drivers in the chat here, Wade Michaels, said anybody but Will Salisbury tonight. So throwing that out there.
He's getting the Max Verstappen treatment. Okay.
Yeah, but that
but
works
Max.
well for Max, so it probably will work well for Will.
32:50 left to play. 2 minutes before we expect the earliest competition caution.
Yeah. And I just see this like every lap right now. We're kind of getting a little bit darker.
Yep.
And there, where I went on board with Will into sunset, you could see, like obviously in the sunset, they call it that because that's where the sun's going down on that end of the track. But you could see the sun. Heading toward
In your eyes there,
that
yep.
horizon. Yep.
7:20 is the approximate sim time right now.
Yeah, another 10 minutes, probably around that. Going back to green on that competition caution is when we're going to get a little dark here. It was a big. I don't know if Will brushed the inside wall. That you can do that here at Sebring in turn 1. You can brush that wall on the inside and, with a tin top like this with fenders. Not too bad on your car. Yeah, one of our other stories here, we do have team points between Feline Speed Syndicate and Brawl Chassis Works still to be decided.
That's wide open right there, yep, between those two teams. 23 points, 33 points separating second from first. Pretty decent battle, really, between third and fourth as well.
Yep.
302 versus 324 between Virtual Carbon and the Meatballs.
I think who we're missing here tonight, I might be mistaken, but is the Sad Boys.
Yeah, I think we might be missing some of the Sad Boys.
Sad Boys couldn't make it to the end of the season. Yeah, Wade Michaels getting a lot of shout-outs here tonight. He's in the chat, so... All right, well, we're about a minute from that competition caution, it appears. So
The earliest we expected, yeah.
Yeah. Will was a little... he has the admin here, so... he didn't want to do a countdown, but it's coming around 30 minutes, he said. So.
Yeah. Yeah, we were telling him, and this is based off of just doing a Formula Indy series, where if you don't know the format of the Formula Indy series, it was IndyCar racing, but pretty much all road courses with the exception of one oval. Typically it was always Indianapolis, sometimes it was Fontana, sometimes it was Michigan, but the number of races that I broadcasted, there it is right there, right at the 30-minute mark, no less.
Yep.
Damn, on the nose. You and I were both talking about this in the pre-show, the number of caution laps that we did on road courses. We could only think of one instance where there was a caution, but we could also think of many instances where, midway through the field, in one case here at Sebring, there was an exhibition race, and they all balled up at turns 1 and 2, and no caution the entire time.
Yeah.
So there's really no rhyme or reason on when the sim decides, I want to throw one, versus they would in real life. So
yeah, particularly on the road courses. So.
Right. Ovals was a little bit easier, but they came out as they should. Right now, lights are on. We're starting to see them reflecting off the pavement now, as we're now getting into the certainly in the twilight hours. Pit road is closed. No one can hit pit road unless they get a penalty at this point.
I'm thinking to bring Escajeda up here for chat during this competition caution. If I can find him in the Discord. Just to get a talk and ask him what happened and how he feels coming through the field. As we're getting a little dark, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Debating on when to pull. I think we should probably wait for him to catch up to the... Because if he starts talking, he might be liable to run into the cars in the back as he is catching up to them. So I don't want to do that.
Coming up on the 8 o'clock hour in sim. Where is he on the road racetrack?
He's at the hairpin. Exit of hairpin.
Okay, I gotta look. While we're waiting for him, we haven't got a chance to talk about him yet, but we'll definitely want to say thanks to our sponsors one more time here before the season's up. I want to thank the guys at Prio Rim. They are going to award already our champion, Will Salisbury, with the set. Now, Will says he's going to raffle it off at the end of this race, so someone in this field will be a lucky drawing and a lucky winner to get a set of Prio Rim aluminum rim technology put on their car at home in their garage. Check out PrioRimUSA.com for more info, or click on the link in the description. 4D Raceway has also been a season-long sponsor, good friend of the program. Check out their line of made-for-sim racing gloves, shoes, and apparel. Visit them today at 4DRaceway.com or click on their link in the description, and there will be a free set of shoes that will be raffled out also after the race to one of the participants, and they will be able to continue their sim racing with a set of 4D Racewear shoes going forward. And then, of course, our big sponsor that came on mid-season. We really appreciate these guys. PitFit. Looking for an edge in motorsports? Look no further than PitFit. PitFit has established themselves as the pioneer in human performance side of the motorsports industry, supporting some of the most well-known drivers and teams worldwide. PitFit is proud to develop the most prepared drivers and teams in motorsports, ensuring that psychological and cognitive stressors never become a limitation of maximizing your performance. Join winners like Scott Dixon, Alexander Rossi, Colton Herda, Dario Franchitti Wilparo, Casey Kane, Sam Hornets Jr., and William Byron, who have all trusted PitFit as their human performance partner. Check out pitfit.com or click in the link in the description today. Thank them for their stewardship of being one of our sponsors since the mid-season. We really would appreciate that.
All right, so we're past the pits, so I'm going to pull up Escajeda here. We'll get a little chat with him. Hey, Matt, this is Matt and Gary in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, so I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I thought you could probably explain it. Did you take a penalty in the pit entry or something like that?
So what happened was I was an idiot, and I just got to my pit box, and I looked at my tires if they were checked, and I saw one tire unchecked, and I'm like, oh crap! And it's because they just changed it. So I clicked it again, and I think I did that on 2 tires. So I basically got tires twice, or 2 tires twice.
Okay. I mean, in some leagues that might be illegal, but not here.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I lost like 30 or 20 seconds.
Yeah, your time in the box anyway was like 59 seconds versus everybody else was like 23, 20, around there.
Yeah.
But hey, you've got you got a little bit of work to do, but hey, you're the fastest car so far, fastest lap of the race at the moment. So, you've shown it. You've got it. You got the speed. You qualified 3rd here. You were really strong last week as well. So now that it's dark, You know, all the gloves are coming off.
Oh yeah, I mean, luckily it's a wide track. It's very, it's passing's easy here, a lot easier. I mean, I should say. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get a podium at least.
Sounds good. Well, it looks like you're pretty locked up for second place in the points. So, I mean, Robert's going for it, but it looks like you're pretty secure on it.
That's good. Yeah, he's going for the field challenge, so we'll
Yeah.
see. I'm gonna try to tag along with him the rest of the race if his teammate Adam lets me.
Yeah, well, just watch out. He had a little bit of contact early in the race. Just question: you were in Virtual Carbon channel, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
I don't want to put you in the wrong place and make you listen to Adam and Robert for the rest of the race.
Yeah, don't do that to me.
All right. Have a good rest of your race.
All right, appreciate it.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
All right, that was one of our competitors there. Are we going green here?
Yeah, we are going green. They shortened the caution, and they will go green this time by. Lights are out on the safety car. Interesting enough, the safety car does not have headlights.
That is interesting. I didn't notice that.
The safety car not being very safe.
That's a new one for me. You know, I wonder if...
Go ahead.
You can't pick the Porsche safety car for ovals for whatever reason. And I wonder if that's why, because it'll, most ovals, or not most, but like half of ovals probably can be run at night.
We're getting ready to go green. Sim time is about 8 p.m. now, 8:30, 8:37. So coming up on the 9 o'clock hour in the sim. Coming to green with 22:52 left to play.
Joe Butler bringing us down. Again, really strong run by Joe Butler here. We're really wide.
TJ Thompson, look at this. TJ Thompson with that. He was kind of within in the second groups all stints long. He is now trying to move his way back up into the top four. McGinnis now in the top four. Three wide coming into the corner. And they all come to almost a complete stop as Joseph Butler goes through unabated.
That's Leo and McGinnis there taking a whack from a meatball whack. I think that was from Leo. Go on board with one of these drivers here and get a pretty cool view probably. On board with
Butler
McGinnis.
With about a second lead now for Salisbury. Leo in P3, he's fighting out with Thompson. They're side by side. They're coming into 10. Cunningham. They're still side by side.
In there.
Now they're coming in a tower, still side by side. McGinnis trying to figure out which way he wants to go. He just sticks it right through.
I saw some sparks fly up from that contact there. Meanwhile, these guys are battling Salisbury and Butler about 2 seconds up the track already.
Yep. Leo to Salisbury, it's already 2.1 seconds because they're door banging there.
Through the grass on the exit.
TJ Thompson gets wide, and Nick Leo decides to go a little bit of lawn mowing.
And we're 3 wide, going to be going into Sunset. Sunset's just the name of the corner now. Here in the final corner here at Sebring. Yeah, that's McGinnis through into 3rd place.
As you see, we are fully dark now.
Yeah, it makes controlling the camera a little bit more difficult.
Now we're at 20 to play. 20 to play. Calculator saying about 10 laps to go. About 10 laps to go, give or take.
Yep, that's what mine is saying too. I think it'd be probably like 8 though, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think it's more like 8. I think I got another calculator saying about approximately 24.
Okay. Looking back on Escajeda, he has not really gained much since the restart here. Probably just a lot of beating and banging for him.
Yeah. And in order for him to even had fresh tires for the stint, he would have had to pit like right before the caution.
We've got Salisbury was trying to make a move on Butler, almost missed it on camera, but did not complete the pass. And very quickly, that gap that was almost up to 2 seconds has come down. Robert McGinnis catching up.
Amazing how we've seen that all season long, where you build up a little bit of a lead, these guys, and then over some guys beating and banging. As soon as they get organized, those leads come down almost instantaneously. It's amazing just the way these cars race.
Yeah. I think that there was between Butler and Salisbury, because they started battling a little bit, that maybe they slowed up as well. But yeah, this race is on. We didn't have this in the first 30 minutes, because we really spread out after that first lap incident.
Yeah, the first lap incident kind of caused the second group of 4 to kind of check up, caused 3 drivers to get contact and have to stop. Now, one of those drivers is McGinnis, and he's right there in P3. So, I think he may have either almost got into the tires or did get into the tires on exit.
That was the one I was talking about earlier in the race, that it's really hard to judge, as he's going inside of Salisbury.
Salisbury took him all the way to the wall on corner entrance.
Salisbury all the way on the into the grass on the exit of turn 1.
Now Butler again starts building up the lead as these 2 behind him start really racing hard. They are popping these curves, man.
Yeah, they go really flying when they hit these curbs here. Kind of difficult to see who is who with this darkness on the track. You can tell a meatball because there's a giant meatball on the hood.
That's right. They should all these cars for night racing all should have high vis paint schemes.
Yeah, we appreciate that from Nick Leo. Had a different camera angle there where we were on the curb there. Hadn't seen that one yet, so that was pretty cool. McGinnis got by Salisbury.
Yep, and now Butler had about a second lead.
.2 seconds as of last. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at that wrong. 0.8 seconds for McGinnis.
Yeah. Everybody taking that wide entry on 16 there. Who cares about out of bounds?
There's a lot of space you can work with some of the corners here. This is sports car track, and yeah, they use it all with all the class racing that they have here. Have you seen the alternate? So there's an alternate sunset bend, like a different corner down there. You can. There's something, I think it's called Sebring Modified. They use a different corner in turn 17. And actually, I kind of like the corner a little bit better. Like, I wish it was an option to do the full course with that alternate turn 17, because I would have probably
17.
Sorry, say that again.
Is it a tighter 17?
Yes, so it's more of a passing point.
Yeah.
So I would have chosen that as a league admin, like when we were running IndyCar here, rather than making us go through turn 17. and have that gigantic bump at 150 miles an hour. Underwing of the car scraping against the ground. As I see, TJ Thompson has actually set the fastest lap, and he set a real hot lap there.
86, yeah. Butler at the exit of the hairpin, back in, started to get loose on him. Now we got Salisbury and McGinnis now racing as they're coming into 9, 10, 11. They're side by side. We might go 3 wide as we get into Cunningham.
I think that, whoa.
Nick Leo is seeing this all develop in front of him, saying, he's got his teammate leading. He's like, McGinnis, Salisbury take each other out. Let me have this P2 with my teammate.
Yep.
Oh, McGinnis to the inside. And he just, I don't think Butler was expecting that. McGinnis just sitting in there in tower.
But Butler stays strong. Meatball strong.
Now we're down the tower portion coming into this 15 and then the wide 16 entrance. And McGinnis had the lead, and Joe and they're banging doors again.
More banging doors there. That's going to put Butler back to 4th, which is...
Oh, and he's not necessarily happy with Kaiser. They're banging doors right there.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here. Now that it's dark, I can't quite tell who's who.
What's up with this? Thompson and McWhorter. And those blue cars, they are the Oval Squad. They are all of a sudden up in this battle.
So McGinnis going to lead
all the way
this
back
lap.
To 8th. Yeah. Oh, Butler said you're dead to me. Oh my goodness. He is not happy.
Escajeda back there in 7th. He's just right in this battle though for him. Like we've got cars, it's like almost the top 10 here there's no gap between anybody here. As Leo and Salisbury.
I'll tell you where there is a gap. It's McGinnis starting to build one over Leo right now in P2.
Yeah, if they're battling there for P2, McGinnis is just going to pull away.
There's a caution flag.
Okay. Interesting. Not sure where that's coming from.
Kaiser apparently in a wreck.
I mean, I'm getting a replay of it. Well, that's wild. Okay, so a meatball got into him. And it's mostly just a spin. Unless something else happens here where there was a couple other cars that got in.
Well, another car that got into it too. Joe Butler was, I think, was on the giving end of that one, and I think they were rough. They were racing really hard a lap prior, so I'm not sure what's going on there. They might have to talk after the race on that one. So now we got a caution, 7 laps to go. That's going to shrink the number of laps they're going to be able to do here.
Okay, so I did see that I accidentally had that come up, but I'd said that Salisbury had thrown that, so it wasn't an automatic.
Yeah, that is a manual caution there.
Okay. Well, that's going to keep things interesting for a kind of.
Time's running out too. It's only we're at just about the 10-minute mark. We're about 10 p.m. 10:15 at night in sim right now. And we're going to pick up the pace car here.
Yeah, it was really exciting there for a long time with the entire field kind of within, I don't know, within a couple seconds of one another. Wonder what McGinnis is thinking about this caution, though. Maybe we just wanted to calm things down, or is it heating it up?
Go as slow as possible during these laps and just let that timer timer run. I mean, it was 60 minutes, start to finish. It's not 60 minutes of green flag time.
Yeah.
So I would try to make this session go, or this caution session go as slow as possible.
My guess is we're gonna go back to green with about, I don't know, 5 minutes left in this. So. I mean, we're going to be doing, we'll do one more lap after this one, and that will be green, I would assume. That they'll be able to adjust that.
So let's take a look at the standings where we sit now. It's McGinnis, Leo, and Salisbury, your top three. Thompson, McWhorter, and Butler, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Escajeda back in 7th. Kaiser back in 8th. He is rejoined. Heidi 9th. Ball 10th. And Cosgrove, I believe Cosgrove was given an opportunity to hit pit road to take care of a fast repair. So I think he said he might have been broken and hit pit road. He's going to be starting at the end of the pack anyways. So if there's any penalty, he's self-serving because it's going to the end of the longest line anyways.
Just looking at fastest lap, so TJ Thompson still has the fastest lap, but I saw right before the caution came out that Salisbury was only a 10th off of that lap time by Thompson, but Leo as well right there with a 224.9.
Yeah, McGinnis at 224.908 and Leo 224.917. Salisbury, who's normally we're used to see him setting blistering laps, 225.625 is his fastest one so far. But again, closers be closing, so we'll see how he does in the final laps where these tanks are lighter and these hockey puck tires are about as hot they're going to get.
Well, with the caution, these are going to cool down as night here, so a little bit different, I suppose. If I was one of these guys, I would pit for tires.
Well, you can't pit now.
Yeah, you'd have to pit now.
Right now it's 79. Track temp's 87.
Then you run into the problem where some of the, like you were saying, hockey puck tires, that you can't get them, if there's only 5 minutes left in the race, you're only going to have, maybe 2.5. Half that is going to be with the tires being warm enough for fast lap times. So staying out with a little bit hotter tires might be the better option there. It just depends on, these guys, they have a better clue on that. As Rubber McGinnis did kind of fake going to the pits.
Yep, but they can't see they without a penalty. It's all green. Yeah. All pit stops have to be under the green flag, which I think we're going green next time by, and you're going to be right. It's going to be about it's going to be less than 5 minutes to go.
Yeah.
If it's 2 minutes while they're racing, it's going to be a solid,
like
3 minutes here while they're under caution. In terms of tire life, McGinnis is on tires that are 19 laps old. He's on the same set of tires that he took after his lap 1 incident.
Yeah, so that is...
And same thing with TJ Thompson. And McWhorter. McWhorter's up there with 19 lap old tires. Leo Salisbury have 11 lap old tires in this middle of this battle. So I'm not quite sure, especially as everything cools down, tires are going to be as much of an issue as it is just, driving skill.
Yeah, and the Kaiser is on pit lane. He's not going to be a lap down. He's just leaving the pits. He's going to... he might have the best tires coming back to this green flag, because he's going to have to catch up to the field, and he's going to be, blazing until he does.
Well, you see, he did take a third set of tires, so he did change. So
yep.
The penalty, I believe, is, into the line.
Which is what he's going to get anyway, because, I'll go on board with him. Most exciting driver at the moment on track.
So we are, we're just barely past the halfway point of this lap here. And we still have 5 minutes, 20 seconds left.
I feel like we're looking at 2 minutes, 2 laps to go at this.
Yeah, I think we're going to get about 2 laps.
Yep.
Right now, the lap counter is saying, the calculator is saying 5 on one calculator that I have, and another one saying it might just be 2.
Yeah.
So
I think
I think the 2 is.
My money's on that calculator that says 2.
Now someone's asking for a green-white checker. Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
They don't want. They're triggering Gary, guys.
Yeah. in this world of politics that trigger people, just go ahead and mention green-white checker to me, and that's what does it.
Yep. Yeah,
it might be a natural green-white checker.
Yeah, I want a natural. I don't mind the red flag, but I don't want a green-white checker. So. Unfortunately, we can't do red flags in iRacing. And I don't even think if IndyCar Race Control knew they could do red flags when they used them. But I still agree that they can.
Now it's Kaiser coming back to the end of the group here in the shot.
Yeah, he's just catching up too, and that, like I said, those tires are going to be really good. If he's got fresh skippies, he's ready to go. So we're gonna have about 3 minutes to go, which we're guessing is 2 laps. We're gonna go like 2.5 minutes for the first lap, and we're gonna have like 30 seconds to go on the timer. But that should give us 1 more lap after that one.
Yep.
2 laps.
So he's getting a good launch. McGinnis getting a great launch. He let the pace car go in front of him.
Yeah, that's smart.
He got an awesome launch. And we are back green with about 3 minutes, 19 seconds left to play. There you see the flag being green flag in the air.
Yeah, he got a heck of a
we are in the
restart.
closing stages.
I think that restart was what you can see from a professional driver kind of restart. That whole,
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I wish that the restarts on in iRacing were more real world and less NASCAR.
Yeah.
Certainly when it comes to IndyCar and ovals, for sure.
You mean you don't want to restart from 50 miles an hour?
No. No. And here is Will Salisbury all over the back bumper of Nick Leo coming into the hairpin. Look at him squat those hard into that braking zone. And Will Salisbury, he might like Will Power, be called Will Power. He is now into P2, and Thompson now looking at a shot of Leo here as we are coming up into Cunningham and into the short course of the Sebring area.
Club course.
Short course.
Side by side. Door banging are Thompson and
Leo
Thompson
and
Leo. Yeah, sorry.
He's just gonna follow Thompson through if he can. Leo squirrely off a tower.
And Joe Butler also taking a little trip through the grass there. He's kind of the one that really missed out a lot on this because he was leading those laps, running real strong here. He's back to 6th now.
Oh, coming into 16. I wonder if these tires are starting to get away from McGinnis because he looks squirrely in the braking zone, especially. Oh, we got a close round.
Nick Leo hard into the barrier back there.
His day is done. His day is done, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And now this race is going to come down to these two right here. 1 minute, 8 seconds left to play. 1 minute, 8 seconds left to play.
So we've got to see white flag this lap. And Salisbury's right there. Wade Michaels in dismay.
I see white flag in the air. Here comes Salisbury to the inside of the 1.
Really?
He's the line. He's going to go wider on exit, but he pulls it off.
That might be
fresher tires.
That might be the fresher tires, is what I was about to say. Wow, that last lap for Salisbury, I don't know what he did. He hit the push to pass or something.
2:27.
Yeah. I mean, it was still a fast lap by McGinnis. You said his tires, but he still
closers be closing.
Set his fastest lap of the race. So it's not over here.
Yeah, his fastest lap at 2:24.871. Looking to the inside, coming into the hairpin, braking hard. Everybody's giving everybody room, but on the exit, They're going to
They
be side
actually
by
didn't
side.
even wheel. I was about to say wheel bang, door bang. I expected them to, but they did not.
McGinnis still side by side through Fangio, coming up into Cunningham. Look at the car squat. They swap
Yes.
sides here.
Holding on.
Single file through 10, 11, 12. Passing zones are now becoming fewer. Here's Tower in 13. We get a bit of a run coming down in the 14 kink in the 15, 16. McGinnis holding off Salisbury, McWhorter and Thompson, the oval guys, third and fourth.
Yeah, battling
Through
for
the
that
kink.
final podium. McWhorter, it looks like he's got it back there. There was some contact or something back there.
Yeah, he's got himself a 3-second lead. Now we're
with Salisbury.
Coleman straight one more time. Here, Will tucked in behind. And be able to get close enough to make a move here in this straight, coming in the Sunset Bend. Oh, McGinnis puts on the block. Ooh. Little chuck there in the corner. No harm, no foul
Oh, big
inside.
bump.
It's like basketball coming off the final corner. Oh, they're going to be side by side coming to the corner. Nope, it's going to be McGinnis taking the edge here, and McGinnis will get the win, but Salisbury wins the war.
McWhorter is going to come through in third.
Good job on him. Great job on him.
Side by side with Heidi. A great finish for Heidi there. I haven't seen that name. He's going to get a top 5.
Heidi up 5 spots, so he's your big gainer today. So he gets his P5 is his top 5 there is by virtue of driving himself there. You have to really work hard to get there.
Well, excellent race for McWhorter having to move. A lot of drivers making some moves here today.
The interesting thing about all this is 1, 3, and 5, I believe, were all involved in that some sort of another. Definitely 1, 3, 4, maybe 5. I can't. I don't think Chris Heidi was actually. Now as I think about it, because he was with the second group. But 1, 3, and 5, or 1, 3, and 4 were all involved in that first lap incident.
Yeah, that was kind of unfortunate because it made the first half hour pretty spread out, but heck of a race at the end here. No, not spread out at all, and a lot of side-by-side racing, door banging, not wheel banging. But we're gonna do some interviews here.
These guys up in the interview here. Let's go to the final standings here. McGinnis with the win. First time we've seen him in the winner's circle here in a little bit since certainly the last 2 races he missed. Will Salisbury P2, Ty McWhorter 3rd, TJ Thompson 4th, Chris Heidi 5th, Escajeda 6th, Kyle Kaiser 7th, Adam Cosgrove 8th, Jackson Ball 9th, Joseph Butler, who was up at the front all day today, and unfortunately he and his meatball teammate 10th and 11th. Right there, Joseph Butler 10, Nick Leo 11. So a tough day for the Meatball guys. But I think with a name like Meatball, I think they might be able to shake this one off.
I think so too. I'm going to bring up Ty here, and we'll talk to him. Hey Ty, this is Matt and Gary in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, well, you interesting race for you. You were involved in that first lap incident, I believe, and through the competition caution we had, you were able to gain 3 positions there and finish on the podium here.
Yeah, that was a crazy race. That was my fault there at the start. I just kind of misjudged, and then I came across, and the next thing I knew was at the guardrail. So that hurt me at the beginning.
Were you the one that really hit that guardrail?
Yeah, I was. And then
Okay.
I had to limp it back around to the pits there. I'd lost my left front. So that was crazy. I can't believe I finished 3rd.
Yeah, good thing you were wearing that Hans device.
Yeah, yeah, I think it saved me there.
Yeah, well, heck of a race here. I mean, you were battling it out. You guys were all like, first to 10th, just about. We're all, within, a second or a couple of seconds of one another. So heck of a race. Anybody to shout out here? Final race of the season. You've got a couple teammates. One who won a couple weeks ago. But anybody shout out friends, family, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I just want to thank TJ and Drew for letting me do this. I was filling in for Drew there, and then the Ray Hall guys, and all the partners here, and Will for putting this thing on. It was great to get to run the couple of races that I did, and yeah, that was a great time.
Awesome. Well, heck of a season, and maybe we'll talk to you again next season or something. I'm not sure what the plans are, though.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
All right, talk to you.
Thank you.
All right, get Will up here. I was going to say, we're going to have to interview Will anyway, probably, so let's get him up now. Hey, Will, this is Matt and Gary in the booth. Got a copy?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, good. Well, you know, the first half hour on the race, because we had that first lap incident, it kind of like really spread out, but things got really spicy there in the final 30 minutes. Tell us about your race, though.
Yeah, that was a wild one for sure. You know, I wasn't sure going into this hour-long format, doing things slightly different than what we normally do without having a official competition caution,
Yep.
how things would shake out. And, you know, we just kind of settled into a rhythm the first half of the race. It was working with Joe Butler up there and the meatballs, and Matthew Escajeda was fun. We were breaking away from the pack. I knew Rob took the fuel challenge and was actually starting at the back, and he ran into some issue early on. So we were just kind of settling in and you know, taking the race very slowly and working our way to break out from the rest of the pack, which worked really well, and was able to get our pit stop in, and everything was clicking. Of course, because there was no yellow, we ended up running a halfway break, or yellow flag, as directed earlier before the race started. So that definitely brought everyone back together, and that's just the shakeup that you know, brought everyone back in the mix, brought Rob back up to the front, and ultimately, you know, he gave us a good run. I don't think I was the quickest out there tonight. I didn't feel it in the car. I wasn't
You
clicking
did have
with
the purple lap.
did I? Well,
Yes, you did
it
have
was
the
a big
purple
draft lap, but you know, I'll take that. But
You
it
said
just
late. You
wasn't.
said it late when exactly when you needed to close. Said it. You said it on lap 22 of 23. So
Wouldn't you know it? It just needed it on the last lap too, I guess. But yeah, I just wasn't quite clicking with the car and track as well as I felt I normally do. And I think Rob was definitely a couple tenths quicker and was able to take advantage of that, especially there on those closing laps. You know, I just wasn't as confident in where I could have made a move on him. You know, we went side by side, and I was kind of holding him up there a little bit on the last lap because I knew it was just us, and trying to figure out, you know, is it going to be beneficial to get the run coming onto the backstretch and hold him off, or am I going to look to get the run and try and make a move, you know, on the inside or outside? And ultimately, he did a good job defending on the inside there. That was going to be my move, and I didn't really have a backup plan. So, you know, he got me there at the line, and I don't think it would have mattered in the championship. I think I still have him locked up, but overall, it was a hell of a race. You know, it was a lot of fun. We saw the sun go down. We got into the nighttime, just like the 12 hours here at Sebring. So hope everyone else had a good time out there as well, and you guys up in the booth watching it.
Yeah, I'm glad we did the whole you know, the time speed thing, so that was great. Let me think here. I was gonna say good on you for the Prio Rim thing, where you're gonna raffle that off, or you know, do that whole things. But any final shout outs for the season to our sponsors? You know, we gave them a couple shout outs, but it's always great to hear from you, those shout outs to them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I can't thank our partners enough for coming on board this season. We've had just so much growth in this series from where it was last year and our first ideation of it to where it is now, and we're only looking to grow and expand on it for the future. So I can't thank our partners enough. Pre-Rim came on. They were with us last season, and they were with us this season. And as I stated in the drivers' meeting, if I did lock up the championship, which I'm pretty sure I have now, I will be donating that set of Pre-Rim aluminum wheel protectors to a driver in the series. So we'll be doing a raffle here shortly, either later tonight or in the coming days, to raffle that off to the winner, one of the drivers in the series. So that'll be exciting. I have a set on my car already, and I enjoy them very much. You know, it's snowing where I'm at here and icy, and they protect against a lot of curb rash and just general grime that you can get on your rims on your passenger vehicle. So can't thank Pre-Rim enough for coming on and supporting us in that way. But also got to thank 4D Racewear, giving out a set of sim racing shoes. We'll also be raffling those off to a driver here shortly. So excited to have them on board. And Pit Fit Training, they are a great partner that came on, donated and helped us out to the series. So everyone's been a part of this second season. I think it was fantastic. We saw some really close, really great racing throughout the whole season, with some wild cards in there. I think next season we might expand on those a little bit more, throw some more wrenches in the mix, and see what we can come up with. But I'm excited to where the series is been, where it's at, and where it's going. So I'm really excited. And I can't, of course, thank you guys enough here at Race First for putting on and being with us every week. It's been phenomenal. It's always a blast to go back and rewatch these races. I think everyone has really enjoyed that aspect of it. So can't thank you guys enough for what you do up here in the broadcast, and hope you've enjoyed it just as much this season.
Yeah, it's been great. Thanks for having us, Will. We appreciate it, and and all that. I guess I'm losing my thoughts there, but I appreciate it. And I'll send you back to the lobby where your drivers, they have to admit, are gonna eat you alive.
Yeah, I'm sure. I've got some hungry sharks waiting for me.
They did say that anyone but Will this week. So,
yeah, that was
true,
Wade
that's
Michaels
true.
said that. He was.
I don't know if that Rob was counted in that mix, but apparently he was. So, no, I just got to thank you guys again, and thank everyone that's watching at home and supporting the series. It's been a blast, and follow us on Facebook. Stay tuned for some Instagram. Stay tuned for any updates for maybe a possible next season, and looking forward to putting this on again in the future. So, cheers, guys. We'll catch you on the other side.
Sounds good. I'll be pulling up Robert here. He's streaming something, probably just a replay, but we're gonna pull him out of that. Hey, Robert, Matt and Gary in the booth got a copy?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know I was pulling you out of your stream up there, but hey, we got to do it. Congratulations on the win. You took the last to first challenge. I know you were involved in the first lap incident, but it was probably a little boring for driving around by yourself for the next 25 minutes or so. But tell us about the last half hour of your race.
Yeah, I mean it was a really exciting race. People really brought it to this one, and everybody really wanted to win. And for me, the goal was we need the team championship, right? We do all of this for Lottie and Cholula, and that was the goal, is to give something back to them, right? They've done so much for us, and we need to reward them for their hard work. So it was good. The battle with Will at the end was stressful, but I kind of had an idea. I took a guess at he was going to do the over-under, and so I committed to my inside line, and he went for it, and the door was closed already, and so that was exciting. And that was obviously the way we won the race, but no, it was fun. I don't know what the point situation looks like, but I really do hope we won the championship. I think we did with everything that happened tonight, but you never know until you know. You never know until they look through penalties and everything. So
yeah, it could
we'll
be.
Have to see.
Well, you'll have to discuss that one with Will. So two thoughts I had. Number one, we were going to say we really liked your restart on that final caution, because that looked like a very professional restart, as opposed to a lot of iRacing restarts, as drive at 50 miles an hour until the pace car hits the pit lane and then they go. So that looked really pro. The other thing, my question was on your qualifying lap, did you like burn down your fuel, then like pit for new tires and then go out for that lap? Because it was like a second faster than anybody else.
No. I mean, it was just,
did you have
Joe
draft,
Butler,
maybe? Yeah.
Joe Butler and I worked together, and he gave me 2 laps of draft. I gave him 2 laps of draft, and so
There you go.
it got us to 1-2. When you work with your friends, it works out.
Yeah, here the draft was it probably was the biggest of any track we've done this season, I feel like. So it was worth a lot. But yeah, heck of a win.
For you. I got a quick question for you, because you had to pit on that first lap because you were involved in that first lap incident.
Mm-hmm.
You were on those set of tires for the remainder of the race, then, right? Or did you change?
That's right. After Motorsport, where I tried to change tires, it doesn't make sense in these cars. The deg is pretty low, so It's
what was a stint on those would have been anyways for what would be a full stint in the cars with the fuel that they put in them?
I don't know. In terms of fuel, we probably burned, I don't know, probably like 60 liters in that race of fuel. And I think with these cars, you could at least double stint tires. So if we were going into another hour, I probably would have stayed on those tires for the whole time.
Because I know that they had younger tires behind you, but we weren't sure if that was a roll. Because track temp was coming down, ambient temp was coming down, and we just know that those tires are like hockey pucks anyway. So I was just I was pretty sure you're on the same set, but I just wanted to confirm that with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, awesome race. I'll let you go talk to the rest of everybody else in the lobby.
Thank
Congrats.
you. It's been great work with you guys. Have a great holiday.
Yeah, you too.
You got it.
All right. Well, I think we ran through final standings here. Is anything else we got, Gary?
No, that's really it. Happy holidays, everyone. Got a chance to knock some rust off this season for some broadcasting. Maybe we'll see us some more. Maybe you won't. I don't know. Hopefully, there'll be some more coming in the near future. But happy holidays. Make sure to like, share, subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. And just keep your eye peeled to the channel. We'll be back in some form or another. But it was good to be teamed up with you for this season. And let's look for many more. But again, the most important thing is happy holidays, everybody, and thanks a lot.
Yeah, and I just appreciate, I know you took us out, Gary. You're always the pro with taking us out, but I appreciate you joining me this season. I know, when I said, hey, we got a Toyota GR86, that's maybe not your forte, but, it's good to get broadcasting again, right? So,
Yep.
Knock
the rust off, yep.
All right. And what Gary said, happy holidays, everybody. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you back here hopefully sometime in the new year. Thanks for watching.